Hello everybody, you're here with Claudia Beauty with your host Claudia Lara. Thank you very much for tuning in. So right now I'm in vacation, so I'm gonna try this by the window. I'm looking at many things in front of me, but we're gonna try this. So today we're gonna do some Chanel. Now I know some of these are already sold out. However, they usually bring them back or they appear in other places. So I thought of showing it to you because it's a beautiful collection. I'm talking about Le Beige Spring 2024. And I will be showing the blush and, oh, I'm picking up the winter collection. No, I'm going to be showing you the blush, Roses Coquillage. You know, this beautiful duo sort of blush that just came up, and the one of the quads, because two came out, which is 88 Coral Treasure. I didn't pick up the one with the blues, but I will be showing you this beautiful quad. I have been using it here on vacation, so we'll see what kind of look comes out today and see what you think. I do like them both if you're interested, and of course I'll be featuring other things to finalize the look. So if you're interested on that, please keep on watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and ring the bell on the right hand corner so you know when I upload new videos. And let's continue. So of course, what do I have in my face already? And these are favorites. If I'm traveling with them, they are favorites and they're my to-goes. So of course I'm wearing the Chantecaille Future Gel Foundation. I put a little bit of my Charlotte Tilbury in Fair. This is a corrector, it's not a concealer. I usually don't wear concealer, so this is as much as I'll go with the foundation. And this, I think it's good enough. And then I am wearing some glow bronzer from Tom Ford. This is in color Terra. It's very cool tone and it's just plenty. Love it. Even though it's a small, and even though it's not new, but it's, you know, and I've used this, so I don't know, it's good. Seems like my makeup doesn't really get worn that much, even though I use it, because I use it lightly. Anyhow, I am wearing on my lips another Chanel, which is one of my favorite lip liners. And this color, which is my to-go, is Bois de Rose 172. That's what I have on my lips. And I am wearing the Coco Rouge Baume on 940 Cocoon. This one also just came out kind of in December. And I really, really like it. For the Spring 2024 collection, there's two colors that came out. I'm interested in one of them. The other one seems a little warm for me, but I don't think I'm gonna order them for now because I have many of the Coco Rouges, so I'm just gonna use these bombs. But I love the Cocoon. I couldn't resist back in December because this color is just, It's a little bolder than my Rose. I also own my Rose, and I do like it a lot as well, but this is a little bit more color, which is also a good thing for me. I'm wearing the Jones Road eyebrow pencil, very light. It's become my favorite. And so that's where we are. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do, just so I'm not so pale, I'm gonna apply the blush. So the blush is interesting because a lot of things have come out, right? So the winter collection came out with 3 blushes. It was a mauve, kind of a more pinkish, and then one more coral. Now, I almost bought all 3, but I resisted on the coral just because usually the oranges don't go well. So I ordered the other 2. And then this one came out, and I was in the fence. I'm like, is it very similar? And especially the orange side, I'm like, well, good, because that way I get that color as well, even though it's not the same. But so I'm very happy I got this. It's a different formula. And let me show you what I mean. The winter collection, for example, here I have the Mauve. And here's the comparison. The mauve is not so mauve. You see that? It is darker than this one, but I wouldn't say is totally mauve. I have other mauve blushes and they usually are less pinky. So I think this is kind of mauve berry. It's a lot more wearable. I really, really like this color, and I usually put it more like a bronze to the front sort of thing. But there's the difference. I will swatch them. Now the winter collection has a little bit more of radiance to them. This one seems to be very matte, but the colors are definitely not the same. This one's come into your skin a little bit lighter. So we'll be swatching them. And here I'm going to show you the other color, which is Rose Polar. And then there's this. So I would think this is the most similar, but I have seen swatches and it little differs a little bit. But let me swatch it here for you. Even in person, as I look at them, this one, of course, not the orange, but this one looks a little bit softer. However, when you apply it on the cheeks, this one looks a little bolder because this is more matte, so it kind of has more color payout. But let me swatch them here for you. It has a beautiful print of circles, this one. I like it. I like it. I think the whole collection is inspired a little bit by water, and I guess that's what the circles mean, kind of a drop of water. Those are the two colors. Now let me do the whole together part. I do like them together. This will be the together, the orange, the pinkish, and then the together. I do like the together, and I do like the orange in it. This is one of the reasons why I was debating on getting the third of the Glow collection, because I believe the way they use them in the model, etc., they combine all three. And I would say that the combination of all three, I'm talking about the Winter Glow collection, does make magic. But I'm in front of the window. I guess you can see. They're almost very the same. Like if I put it like that, they look very similar to me. But if you notice, this is the pinkish, this is the little bolder. And right there, it's a lot more red than mauve. That's what I mean, that it doesn't necessarily go very mauve. And then, of course, that is the Duo Blush. Now, again, same tones, same kind of effect, but it does give you a very different look. So the Glow, this one's look more like that cheek in the snow, very natural, very youthful. Now this Duo gives you more like what we're accustomed, or what I'm accustomed, a little more elegant, but springy. So it's kind of like a happy elegance. So let's apply a little bit. Now I don't know which blush I put everywhere, but it does come with a blush. And this is very useful. It's an angle brush. And so you can obviously do it all together or just do it up and down. And then, probably I put too much. And then you can start kind of in the top of your cheek, or if you want a more bronze sort of thing, like I would do with the mauve, I would start down here. But this one, it is very easy with this blush to direct. And so this one smoothes your skin very, very nicely. I mean, I don't know if you want me to put one color first and then do the other one. I mean, I'll do the orange one, which is the most different. And yes, if you only use the orange or only use the pink, it does give a totally different tone. This is the orange. I call it orange. You can call it peachy or coral. You see that? It's beautiful. So it's not too orange because usually these colors are too much for my skin, and this one is not. It's just enough. But I have to say the combination of the two is my preference. I'm gonna put now the pink. I'll put it a little bit here. Very light. See if you can see the difference. You see there? I can see a little bit there. Of course, if I go like that, you can't. But if it's a little bit pink and a little bit more peachy. I don't know if you see the difference, but I would use it combined. Why? Because I like the complexity that comes when you mix colors. I really like what that does. I'm putting a little bit here. I know I'm going to use the eyebrow, but I do that. The eyeshadows are the eyebrow. The eyeshadows are very light, so at the end it all comes together. All right. So just the blush in itself is gorgeous, and I do have to say that they're selling also which now I don't know if they're sold out, but the highlighter, powder highlighter, and it has some bluish undertones, and apparently it smoothes the skin as well. That's what everybody says. It looks very lovely. I decided to get the Baume instead. So they came out with the Baume, which is mermaid color. I own like 5 of this. I really like them. It's not like I pull them all the time, but they keep coming with better colors for me. So I'm like, oh, that's better than the previous. And the reason I say better is because this is a little pinkish, soft pink. Let me do a little bit. Let's see if you can come up with that. You see that? It's extremely transparent. There's no bluish or very highlight. This is just a soft, it's not soft pink like Barbie pink. It's just a soft, nice. I mean, I would use it like that very lightly, but there's other times which I'm gonna do, so see if you can see it, that you can just directly put it. I don't know if you can see something. Perhaps this lighting with the window is too much, but I hope you can. But it's just, let me swatch it. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it even with the light. Let's see. You see this? I put it right here. It's just a tiny bit of there. It really just highlights your skin. And that little pinkish, I think is, let's see, without and then with. So from all the ones that I own from Chanel, there's of course a transparent, even though it has a little bit of bluish in it, a little bit of something there, metallic, but it's transparent, right? And then they came up with one that was more pink, one more peach, etc., but with more color. What I like about this one is it's almost transparent with a tiny little bit of that pinkish, which to me just brightens up, it makes me feel younger, etc. I don't say it makes me look younger because I have no clue, but in my mind, it just, yeah, I feel better, I feel youthful, refreshed, and so there you go. And I do use this quite a bit kind of in my lid, and then just the eyeshadow, and that's it. 2 of the eyeshadows, not the 4 colors that come in the quad. And I think it looks very lovely. Perhaps I do that at the end so you see what I mean. But for now, let's continue with the eyeshadows. So this eyeshadow is the 88 Coral Treasure. Now, obviously they came up with 2. The other one is very basic colors, and then a bluish sparkly color. I was very tempted. Now it's sold out. I didn't know if I would get it or not. What I did end up getting is the eyeliner and the blue eye mascara. It looks awesome together. So I'm gonna do another video once I get home, because they are delivered. They're gonna be delivered home. Once I get home, of the eyeliner with the blue mascara, and then a little bit of a Dior quad that I have that has a little bit of blue. And I think I'm gonna pull up a good look, but I'll show you the next time. Anyhow, so this is the quad. I'm a little confused with the colors. I don't like the very pink colors, I know, and then I got this one, right? But I was very intrigued about these 2 colors, very curious, and that's what I liked it. I liked the little orange one and then the burn orange. I don't know how else to call it. They look orange to me. The pink, I was not excited, and the sparkly pink, I was not excited. And now that I've tried it, I'm not excited either, but I love this too, and I do end up using that tiny little bit. I don't know what it does, but it does something. You'll see. And so the first thing, I'm just gonna swatch them real quick before I do the look. And yes, this pinky sparkly. Let me see where it's gonna be easier to show you. I don't know how I feel about it. I have tried it the most in the inner corner or underneath or just in the center. I don't necessarily like it all over my lid. Here they are. Here it is, the sparkly one, then the two oranges, and then the pink. So this two I love, and I use more these two and this balm, but we'll play now. Why? Because that pink gives me a little iridescence, cooler. It will definitely go with the powder highlighter if you get it, because of that water. Remember, the inspiration was this water thing. But to me, I feel a little, I don't know, I feel a little childish with it, even though it's Chanel and it's elegant. So it's done in an elegant way. And you know, if you've been with me, I do have some party makeup or fun makeup, which you play with all the sparkles and things like that. So this one is an elegant kind of that. So it's not like I dislike it. But for Chanel, for the elegance, for all this, I don't know. But this too, I like. I would have preferred, I mean, I understand why they added that pink, because it does need that kind of a fun thing. I don't know, maybe they can do a fifth one, because I miss a little brown or a little darker color. Of course, we have plenty, and I can pull another one and have it. But if I had all my desires in one, right? So, and I've heard other YouTubers said that they would really wish for this to be redesigned already, since they're redesigning all the formulas and colors and all of this, that redesigning the palette with a fifth or just redesigning on its own will be a good idea. I agree with that. I miss that fifth. Doesn't have to be the same color, but I do miss some kind of something you can use for a liner, or you know, something, instead of this being such a powerful, I guess you use it all over the lid, but to me. So the first thing, I'm using the lighter of the orange, and I do have to do, because I have my hoodiness, I do have to put it on top. If I only do my lid, I feel like something is missing, because my hoodiness totally, yeah, it doesn't work. So I'm using the orange, and I'm using it all in my crease and a little bit above, really. Look how beautiful. Beautiful. And again, I would do this. You'll see what I'm going to do next, which is with the darker one, and then the balm and eyeliner and mascara. But we're going to use all of them so you see. So now I'm going to use the darker color, and I am just applying it in my outer corner of my eye. They kind of melt together, so you don't see a lot of difference on the color, but texture wise, it does make a difference. So there you go. It's gorgeous. So then what I would do, I'm gonna put the pink on this inner corner and mid. So you see, just because to open up the eye a little bit. There you go. That looks very lovely. You can put a little bit up here if you really want it. I'm not gonna do that because it brings a lot of the pink, but just like that. And then I'm going to do, and by the way, I'm using the Sonia G. These are new. These are the, was it traditional or transition? I'll link them down below, but I love this set. I really, really love this set. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up another one, also from that set. This is what, does it have the name? T2. And I'm gonna get the pink one and put it on my lower lash, just so I can use all the palette and make it fun. Again, that pink is not my favorite. I'll do the other eye. I'll put it all over my lid so you see it, but let's do that now, since I haven't put anything, but that way you get an idea of what the pink looks like. It's not bad. It's just I'm not a very pink. There you go. It has a little bit of violet in it. And I believe just this by itself makes me feel, makes me look a little ill, but that's just me. So it looks very beautiful. I mean, let me put the sparkly pink. I'm gonna kind of put it center, but kind of the whole lid. So you see, that's the pink and then the sparkly one on top. Looks nice, but you see my eye looks smaller. That's me. So now I'm gonna add, same as the other side, the orange on top just to accentuate the crease. And the color is buildable. Definitely on the first one, if you notice, I put more than one. You do need to have to build the color if you want. And this is usually very much like Chanel. Most of the colors that they've been coming up are very light, and then you build them. And I guess that's part of the elegance. A lot of people just use them to put a little hue on the color, not necessarily a full eyeshadow, which is very nice. I haven't been able to feel satisfied with that. I feel like there's something missing, like either I apply it or I don't, but just a subtlety hue, I don't think it complements my eye shape or my eyes, so I usually like to apply. Even with the 2 years ago, it came one that it was Fantasy, I think it's called, very soft colors. Yeah, I will build them up. Okay, well, I don't know if you can hear. There's dogs barking outside, and there's like a kid screaming, playing. So I just noticed, I don't know how it's gonna come up through the microphone and the camera. If you notice, now I put the pink all over the lid, and I created these two eye looks completely different, how I apply the colors. And they're almost looking the same. Well, I didn't apply like the pink above and things like that, but I did apply the pink all over, and then the other one, and then the peach side the same as the other. I guess it's not fair, yeah. I tried to do different looks, and you can pull that off. But see, now that I put pink all over here, compared to not all the way in the lid over here, I prefer this side. And this is what I mean about not using the pink. I prefer this side. Apply the pink if you want on the bottom, and then just use the balm. Because this pink, I don't know, I'm not loving it. So, but you know, each of us is different on our skin colors and what complements. So let's see what works for you. I'm applying more of the orange to finalize, just because. All right. Yeah, it's becoming more party-like because these are the spring colors. They are not, oh my God, I'm seated like a lotus style, creating a little mess in my pants. Oh well. So what I was saying is these colors are meant for spring and fun. So if you think, you can see how you can make it very subtle, or then you can start piling it out like I am now, and then it creates sort of a fun spring partying, not subtle. All right, so what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna apply a little bit of this Dior eyeliner. This is in Plum. And just a tiny bit to finish it off. And I pick up this one is new because it completes a party look. I've been using this or a grayish or a black, of course. There's so many things you can play, but I really like this kind of violet. No, this is not violet. This is the, because I do have the violet. This is, I already said what it is, right? The plum. And so I like the plums with the pinks. Yeah. Just a little dots on the bottom. It's a very tiny wing. I just do it at the end. Bring it in halfway to the eyelid. And then use my finger. Right? It's beautiful. Let's apply the mascara together. And I will apply this other lip so you see how it can become even more fun. So bear with me. Let me just apply the mascara real quick so I don't have to edit this video. And so I guess I'll take the opportunity. Please subscribe to my channel. And by the way, I keep announcing this and I keep not doing it. But I'm gonna start talking about different emotions vocabulary. I mean, I figure creativeness and makeup, mean why we like makeup, why we get passionate about makeup, or any creativeness has to do with passion, has to do with emotions. And so I feel it would be nice to have a vocabulary of emotions. Because I think it's even hard for me and many to describe how you feel. So why not create an emotions video? What do you guys think about that? All right, look how beautiful. And I haven't powder. That will look very nice. You know, my favorite powder is Dior. Here it is. And this is the Wayne Goss F5. Or yeah, F5, which is a fabulous brush for powder because it's so fluffy and light. You kind of just finalize the look with it. I usually just do kind of in the center. It blurs, it dries, it covers. It's just perfection. Love this. This is the Dior Forever. And then last, if you really want a gloss, which usually I do, I do both. I use some just lip oil, or let's use this Dior Maximizer. I just ordered this color and I've been loving it. It's kind of peachy. Feels good and minty. But, right, it really wraps up the video. Hold on, I'm filming. And so they're calling me already. So we're gonna wrap this up. So thank you very much for watching. Final look, what do you guys think? I'll link everything down below. And thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.